What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are in a 2024 Ranger Raptor. This is the Topher's Ranger Raptor. How's it going?
Face reveal.
Face reveal.
This is weird being on this side of the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Some specs from the factory. It makes about 405 horsepower out of a 3-liter turbocharged V6, the Ecoboost. I almost said Duratec there for a second. Ecoboost V6. And we have a 10-speed automatic transmission. Some say maybe too many speeds for an automatic transmission.
So many speeds.
So many speeds.
More gears than my bike.
Topher, tell us a little about this car. What made you want this car, this truck?
Oh, man.
Say.
I always wanted a Ranger Raptor. And I'm like, what is Ford doing? They're bringing it out in Europe. They're doing diesel variants. They've got slow versions. They need to bring it to the United States and give it some power. And this actually has a tune. It has the Ford Performance tune. So it makes 455 horsepower, 536 pound-feet of torque, which might be a little bit too much torque. We'll see how the 10-speed holds up, but it's got a 3 or 36,000 mile warranty, so we'll see. We're just gonna send it. But yeah, I always wanted this size truck with Fox live valve Raptor suspension, and Ford's done a great job tuning this. This is, I think, my favorite Raptor product to drive overall on-road, off-road. It's just a rally truck, and I needed a daily driver to haul kids around in and put mountain bikes in the bed. So this is kind of my perfect do-it-all vehicle. It's not huge. I can fit it in the garage. I can fit it down trails, in parking garages. It's not tons of space inside, but it's just enough for my needs. And I love it as daily, and it's a fun, like, Hoon drift missile, too. So it does all the things.
Right. So it is the everything truck. It does it all. I don't drive a ton of pickup trucks, but in your words, it's a truck that you can kind of drive like a sports car.
A little bit. It's doing its best impression. It's just like a bigger lifted, higher.
Yes. Exactly. So I'm very excited to take this out on the road. Let's go ahead and take it for a drive and see how it does.
It didn't do the Ford chime because we have our seatbelts on.
Didn't do the 4 times. Yeah. You have your seatbelt on.
That's okay.
It's okay. Everyone knows the Ford chime.
No one likes the Ford chime. You have 455 horsepower.
True.
Yeah. And we're warmed up, so we're good to go.
Yeah, these swirl pretty quickly.
Yeah, so honestly, normal mode in this is what I daily in 99% of the time.
Yep.
You have an R, a Raptor button, where you can save a drive mode.
Yes.
I have that saved to sport mode.
Where is the Raptor button? Oh, right there.
So you double press that, it'll put you in sport mode.
Oh.
Soft suspension, comfort steering, or no, sport suspension, comfort steering, and then exhaust and quiet because I like the silent hood.
Right.
And I can always put the exhaust in Baja or something. But
Appreciate that.
Lots of adjustability on the steering wheel. So you've got steering, weight, suspension, stiffness, and exhaust.
Wow, so you get a lot in here.
Yeah, you can.
It's like
really
right at your thumb. That's nice. Noticing the brake pedal is really interesting in this car. I don't know. It's like not. It's almost like muted. Like it's heavy. It has a lot of bite, but it doesn't quite feel like a bite. It's just stiff.
Yeah, it's just a truck brake pedal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't drive a lot of trucks, so that's probably a normal thing. All right.
All right, let her rip.
Interesting. So if I hit the pedals in manual mode.
Yep. And there's so many gears to shift through.
Right. Fair amount of body roll. It is still a pickup truck.
Yep.
But it does pretty good job.
It's not bad.
Oh my god. Just so many gears that go through.
Close ratio gears.
Yeah, they were close ratio. Yeah, they'd give you like 4 overdrives.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes it'll just skip shift. It'll do like, 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 10, you know?
Right, like even just there, it went to 9 and to 8. Like what, how did it decide to do that?
Yeah.
What, like how does the computer know?
There's a lot going on. The 10-speed was pretty bad for a long time, and in this iteration, it's not bad. Like the last few F-150s that I've driven, the Ranger, they've done a pretty good job tuning it.
Yeah, that's actually something interesting you brought up. I do feel like some of the earlier ones were a little clunkier, and I still even think now, it's pretty close to like the ZF 8-speed, which is like my closest comparison to it.
Sure. It is responsive though. Like
yes.
You boot it right now, it'll downshift a few gears, give you power pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also noticing just a little bit of boost lag, not a ton.
A little bit, yeah.
But I guess big torque, big horsepower. Oh yeah, the torque figure, we didn't even mention that. So we're 500 pound-feet, right?
536 pound-feet of torque. You can take a left here, hit another entrance ramp.
All right, cool.
And we'll treat this like a sports car drive.
Treat this like a sports car drive. I like that.
And one of my favorite things about this is that you can put it into 4 auto
4 auto.
So we can just do that right now. You can do it on the fly.
All right.
So you were in a 2 high, now you're in 4 auto.
So it is an automatic again.
It just acts like an all-wheel drive car.
Oh, 4 eyes. Okay.
4 auto, yep.
Auto's an all-wheel drive.
Yep. 4 high is for off-road only. That's a 50-50 torque split front and rear.
Yes.
Of course, 4 low, you gotta like come to a stop, put in neutral, do all your off-road modes.
Right.
But yeah. And feel free, you can push around these corners a little bit. It's got some grip. We are on upgraded Bridgestone Dueler A Ascent tires, and those have a lot more traction than the KO3s that come with
There's
this.
the understeer.
Yeah, there it is. You'll feel it. That's not bad for a truck.
It's quick.
Yeah.
I like the way it sounds too. It's a little buzzy, but like it sounds very growly and substantial.
Yeah, it's like kind of, is it kind of GTR sounding?
Yes, almost in that way.
bit,
Yeah, almost in that way. Yeah, it is a V6. V6s just have a sound they make, and that is just kind of the sound they make.
Ecoboost trumpets of glory.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
Twin turbo Ecoboost trumpets of glory. And then you're not even in Baja mode exhaust. You can make this super loud and open up the rear window.
Oh my god. And they get even more exhaust noise.
Yeah,
Now you don't see that in your sports cars.
that's right.
It's automatic
That's the jam right there.
rear window. That's crazy. I've never thought about that in a truck, but like it makes sense. You're in the driver's seat. You can't reach back there, so
That's right.
it's a nice feature to have. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice on the highway here. It is a little firm.
We are in sport mode, so
Okay.
you can adjust that into comfort, and that'll soften it up a little bit.
Yeah, so
sport mode's the stiffest, and then comfort's like the least amount of damping.
Right. I noticed a pretty immediate difference.
Oh yeah,
It's a little boingier.
a lot more body roll.
Yes. Steering is heavy.
It is,
Everything's heavy in this car.
especially in sport mode. In normal, that lightens up quite a bit.
Yeah, so now we're in.
comfort. So yeah, now you're in normal, and then go to comfort right there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got.
A little bit. Yeah.
It still feels kind of heavy, but like it's a lot more car-esque, I guess.
Yeah, but it definitely has some it's overly weighted in sport mode for sure. That's one of my complaints about this truck is I think the steering's just a little too
I don't
much.
even think that that's specific to this truck. I think a lot of new cars just have that problem.
Yeah.
That manufacturers sort of feel like heavier is sporty, and then they just like, all right, maximum weight. But then like you're trying to steer it around town, you're like, okay, I need like a middle ground here. All right, where's Raptor mode? Right here?
Yeah. So if you press that,
That's your custom setting.
yep. So just
Well, twice.
yeah, it's a sport mode, comfort steering, sport suspension, quiet exhaust. So that's enabled everything.
Yes.
If you want to adjust the exhaust individually, you can hit the exhaust button right here.
Okay, we'll try. Oh, okay, so they have a little graphic for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, steering, shock, exhaust tip,
Yep.
Raptor mode. All right, so we'll try the exhaust tip here. Normal, sport, Baja.
Baja's the loudest.
Okay,
It's pretty rowdy.
It is pretty rowdy. Immediate
See, it's
difference.
not even road legal. It's so loud. It says
Yeah, it just
off-road
told me
use only.
off-road use only. Look at owner's manual.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's loud too.
Yeah. And if you put it in quiet mode, it's
Yeah.
pretty much silent.
All right, we'll do the same thing, exact same thing in quiet mode. I think I was going about at this speed. Try that again. It's quiet.
It is quiet.
You know, it's funny. I describe a lot of valved exhausts like this in their quiet mode. How a stock exhaust was 25 years ago on a performance car.
Sure.
Everybody had to put aftermarket parts on their cars to get that sound.
Yep.
That was the aftermarket exhaust. But now new cars, they just give it to you.
Yeah.
And it's optional. Like you just pick whatever you want. I think that's really cool.
This is one of the only vehicles I've owned where I don't want an exhaust for, because it's fine. I wouldn't want it any louder than Baja. But I think
Yeah.
it'd be kind of annoying.
No, it's already like, it's a nice tone, it's loud, but it's not. Actually, someone said this to me once. Said it attracts attention, not cops.
That's true. Yeah, and it's also just a V6. You know, it's not like
Yeah.
I would open this up, put a Corsa exhaust on it, like have a loud V8. If it had a V8, yeah, I would want it to lope along and be as loud as possible.
Yeah, this is not a
Valve open, yeah.
Ferrari flat plank crank
Nope.
V8 with a beautiful exhaust note that the world needs to hear.
Ford does need to come out with a Ranger Raptor R though, with the Coyote V8 or something.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
This is pretty playful though for what it is.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, you could really dance with this. It's you know, it's a big heavy truck. Curb weight on this is 1,000 pounds heavier than the base Ranger. So
wow.
The Raptor adds a lot of weight, a lot of components, a lot of chassis rigidity. So you know, it's 5,300 pound curb weight, which is similar to like Lexus GX. It's lighter than some of its competitors, but you know, it's about still 500, 600 pounds lighter than the full-size Raptor or the Bronco Raptor.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It wasn't huge on how the base models looked. I didn't think it was a bad looking car, but it just like it was okay. But I think the Raptor version with all the extras they've added onto it really kind of give it that off-roady look I think a lot of customers are looking for.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, this isn't as aggressive looking as the F-150 or the Bronco Raptor. It's still kind of muted, you take it right.
Yeah.
But it gets the job done. Same engine that's in the Bronco Raptor for like $30,000 less.
I think that's the biggest
Yep.
plus of this car.
Which is great, yep. In a straight line, this is just as quick as any of them, if not quicker.
It is quick.
Yeah, and it gets the job done. And then
it gets the job done.
You get all the power you need. It's fun. I mean, I did drive this a little bit in the snow last week, and
we had a lot of snow last week.
A monster. Like, it's so much fun. There's
Oh,
so
it's
much grip.
awesome.
These tires are amazing. Too high, you just drift everywhere. 4 high, you've got traction for days.
Right.
It's fun. Yeah, I sold my lifted rally style BRZ. I bought this.
Yes.
So I needed something that could basically do the same thing, just hit bigger bumps, take a lift.
Good replacement, I would say.
Yeah. Should be in the low 5s.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
That's quick. The shifts are really, I'm going to say harsh. Harsh isn't the right word because it's not harsh, but like it kind of throws you back in your seat.
Take a left here.
The gear spacing is still so funny to me. A little tire noise there. Funny that the whole time you do that, the car's just constantly fighting for grip. You can feel the steering wheel. It's like pulling you. It's like, no, you're
Traction
going.
control lights like flashing at 70.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, you're going straight. The car's got a constant fight to keep you on the road because the physics of it being a truck is trying to constantly throw you around, but the car won't let it happen. It's awesome. I keep saying car. Anytime I say car in this video, substitute that word with truck and like you apply that.
It's okay.
I know technically there's a different classification of vehicle.
And these tires have so much more grip than the KO3s that came on the
Yeah, what
truck.
tires are on here now?
So these are Dueler AT Ascents. It's a little bit more of a street-oriented all-terrain.
Yeah.
But they have really good wet performance and really good snow performance, and their dry grip is like a huge difference over what came on the truck. The KO3s, the BF Goodrich KO3s, are like the gold standard all-terrain that can do it all.
Yeah.
They're really good off-road, and they're probably going to be pretty good in the snow. I need to test them later this winter, get some more snow. But as a daily tire, they're not great in the wet. You know, you want to have to be able to put this in full low in the wet, otherwise you're just sliding everywhere.
The factory tires?
The factory tires.
Okay, yep.
On these, you can drive it too high all day long, it doesn't matter. Even in the snow, it's fine.
The tire noise isn't too bad either.
Tire noise isn't bad, you get better fuel economy, and the dry traction, the mechanical grip is great on these. They just don't do well in the mud.
Yeah.
Whereas the KO3 does a little better in the mud. So if you're going off-road, you're probably going to want a more aggressive all-terrain, which the KO3 offers. They
probably why they.
From the truck,
yeah, right.
Yeah. So I decided to find a little bit better street-oriented tire and put them on these Bronco Sasquatch wheels, which are a little bit wider, lower offset, and I think they look really good. But I'll also run the KO3s if I'm doing some off-roading. But I definitely wanted more mechanical grip for spirited driving, for winter driving.
Right.
And this tire just performs awesome. It really does a good job.
No, this thing has tons of grip in the dry.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, I don't have a ton of experience in trucks, but to me, I took that on-ramp almost as fast as I would my M3.
Yeah.
And
you were near the limit, but you still had a little bit more to go. Like,
Yeah.
if you turn everything off, you can push it a little bit harder.
Right.
Let it, chunk it in
I
a
got
bit.
that. I got that feeling too. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like I can still go a little further.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
it's
Is
very
like,
planted.
with some grip, this does sports car things.
It does sports car things.
Yeah.
It's the truck that's disguised as a sports car.
And off-road, it's amazing. You can hit some big bumps in this. The suspension is just incredible. It soaks it all up so well. And just daily driving around, it's not as soft and floaty as the other Raptor products.
Yeah.
It's a little bit firmer, and that's okay. But it results in better on-road dynamics. It handles well.
Right.
With a grippy set of tires. But off-road, everything just kind of comes together. It really, really does drive awesome over some pretty bumpy stuff.
Yeah. Now, I think something you were telling me is that some of the other Raptor products, suspension is more set up for rock crawling or things of that nature, whereas this can do better at, like, say, sand dunes or like faster kind of
Yeah.
more hillless environments as
You get
opposed
more
to.
ground clearance in the other Raptors.
Right.
So they are better at rock crawling. This, it has the front locking diff, it has the rear locking diff, it has all the running gear to rock crawl, but it just doesn't have the ground clearance. It's under 11 inches of ground clearance, whereas the other Raptors are like over 12 or 13.
Right.
And that's a lot. That makes a big difference. And they have shorter wheelbases, like the Bronco Raptors, much shorter wheelbase, better approach and departure angles.
Right.
This is a truck. It's got better breakover than like the F-150 Raptor, but the F-150 Raptor is 37-inch tires, which gives
Right.
a ton more clearance and all that stuff. So it depends on what you do. Like, I wanted it to be a rally truck, and it does that perfectly. So, I'm not doing a ton of rock crawling here in Michigan.
Right.
So
Yeah, we don't really have
I'm-
anywhere to.
Exactly. We have the dunes. I need to get through the dunes. That's about it.
Yeah. We are finished with the test drive of the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. And I would say this is the truck that drives like a sports car. Despite its big off-road advertising and the Raptor name now having an off-road connotation to it, it drives really well on the road and as a road car, which is awesome. That's how most of these are going to get used. So it's a truck that can do truck activities and also car activities. It can do everything. And I really like that about this truck. So it's a very usable truck, very practical. And it's awesome for car enthusiasts with unlimited settings for everything.
And you can jump it off railroad tracks.
And you can jump it off railroad tracks. This is tested.
Yeah.
This is tested. It'll jump off railroad tracks. So thank you for coming on the channel. Is there anything else you'd like to add about this truck we didn't cover already?
Nope. That's about it. Railroad tracks. That finalizes all my thoughts.
Yep. Finalizes all our thoughts. Well, with that, let's go ahead and give the Ranger Raptor a score. The score is here on our list. We don't have any other trucks to compare it to, so highlighted are some fun cars that could be daily drivers. The Ranger Raptor holds up pretty well on the list, even just edging out the Lexus GS 350 F Sport, which I liked a lot. Should you buy it? The Ford Ranger Raptor is one of, if not the most versatile vehicles we have ever reviewed to date. It goes like a sports car, it off-roads like the purpose-built all-terrain vehicle that it is, and, best of all, it fits in parking garages. Some of modern Ford's reliability can be a point of concern, but the Ecoboost powertrain has proven to be stout, and the 10-speed transmission seems well sorted out. When you think about it, you're getting two vehicles for the price of one, which makes the roughly $55,000 MSRP not seem like that bad of a deal. I would highly recommend this for anyone that wants a modern truck daily driver.